Okay, hey y'all. So I did finish my office. I just put it back the way it was. I did rinse out the conditioner. Uh-huh. And now I'm about to cook. What am I cooking for dinner? I am making um fried pork chops and white rice. And I don't know whatever else Deanna's gonna eat with her pork chops and white rice. And then I'm making fried liver with onion gravy. Okay. Last time I made liver, the video kind of went viral, and I was like, it's just liver. Like, liver is a viral thing. I don't know. But probably a lot of people don't know how to make it. So here it is again. We're about to make fried liver. So let me cut up all of these veggies, and then I'll come back and I'll show y'all all the details. Okay, well, I got my peppers cut up. Let me say this because I want somebody to know it's still some women out here that is superheroes, okay? I mean, you out here doing all the things, everything. You working, or you working from home, or you in business for yourself. You married, you got kids, and you still doing everything. You still cooking, you still cleaning, you still doing everything. I just want to give you kudos today. Can I celebrate you? Can I say, girl, you was doing it and I see you, okay? I'm also talking to me, girl, you was doing it and I see you. You're tied, Tide. Tied like the wash detergent, uh-huh. But you still doing an amazing job, okay? I just wanted to take time to say that. All right, so right here on our board, we have red onions. Red peppers, green peppers, and onions. So now let's cook them down because it's going to season your pan. Come on. Turn your pan on and add a little bit of olive oil.
You're listening to Soap Radio.
Okay, so now let's talk about this liver really quickly. This is beef liver. And this is the brand that we usually get. This is the brand that I remember my mom getting, so on and so forth. So this is the one that I have right here, and clearly you can see I already started to open it. So I'm going to take that same pan that I used to season up my pork chops, because I'm seasoning the pork chops and the liver the same exact way. Remember, you should be rinsing your meat. Y'all, who even came out with this thing that we shouldn't be washing meat? Rinse it with cold water, okay? The only thing about liver is it is definitely almost like chitlins. You have to crave it. But it's really good if you have low blood, okay? It's really, really good for you. So go ahead, clean it with cold. Everybody always say, Lady K, how do you get your rice grains to fall apart? I learned it from a lady, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she cooks a lot of African food on YouTube. Rinse your rice till it's clear. It might take 3,500 times. Just keep on rinsing until it's clear. Then you're going to put it on the stove on medium. Let it cook until the water boils out. Once the water boils out, you cover it, turn it off, and let it steam. All right, so how do you season your liver? I'm going to add some paprika. I'm seasoning it like chicken because you want it to taste like fried chicken. I'm going to do some seasoned salt. Good amount. Then I'm going to do some garlic powder. And then I'm going to lastly do some onion powder. Give it a mix, and then we are going to coat it in the oil. Now let me tell you something, because some people sometimes when you are doing your coating, do not coat your stuff and let it sit, because what happens is it's going to soak in. It will still get a char, but you want that layer of crisp, that layer of fry. So I like to dip it in the flour and then go straight into the oil. So I don't add the flour until I'm about to go into the oil. So give this a good mix.
You're listening to Help Radio.
Okay, so this is what the liver looks like when it is all done. So now I'm going to show you guys again. Let me give you a close-up. This is what it looks like when it is all done. And I've showed you guys several times how to make my gravy, but I'm going to show y'all one more time. Okay, you see all the bits at the bottom? You do not want to get rid of none of that. That's the good stuff. You're going to sprinkle in some flour, just like that. I'm going to get a whisk and I'm going to mix it. And you're going to see it's going to start to suck up some of that oil. And based off of how it looks now, I'm going to go ahead and add another scoop of that flour. Go ahead and give it a mix. Now remember, you have to cook down the flour taste. So let's just keep stirring until it starts to brown. Okay, as you can see, my gravy has started to brown. I'm going to go ahead and season it a little bit more with a little bit of seasoned salt. A little bit of salt because you want it to have that good taste. And then I'm going to add in some pepper, okay? Just like that. Go ahead and mix it again. And as you can see, it started to thicken up. So now we're going to go ahead and get ready to add in some water mixed with milk. I'm going to go ahead and add in a tablespoon of butter. That's what my grandmother and my mother would do. And now I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my water and milk mixture. The milk is going to help make your gravy a little more richer. Everybody don't do it, but I learned this from the Pioneer Woman, and it is really, really good. Go ahead and keep on giving it a mix. And it's going to start to thicken up. Alright, you see these bubbles that is forming? Look at how thick that gravy is. You want to go ahead and give it a taste. Turn your burner off. Perfect. At this point, I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of water to thin it out a little bit. So just like that, I'm going to mix it. And how am I knowing the thickness, Lady K? How do I know when it's the thickness? You'll feel the resistance in the mix. So as you are mixing your gravy, the resistance is how thick it is, okay? So that's how you can tell the difference, okay? So if it's too thick, just add a little bit more water. It's better to have it where you're adding more than having to take away, okay? At this point, I feel like my gravy is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put my veggies back in there. Okay, so you guys, this is the consistency that I like. If you want your gravy to be thicker, you can definitely go ahead and turn your burner back on. The longer you let it simmer, the thicker it's going to get. And last thing, I'm going to put a little bit of that Sister Cherie sauce. This right here, Sister Cherie sauce. We're going to put a little bit of that in there because it helps with the, does that make sense? And then if you have some steak seasoning, you can definitely add a little bit of that as well. I don't have none. It's not going to change the taste. It is fine just the way it is. If you want it to be a little more spicy, you can add in some chili flakes, or you can go ahead and add you in some hot sauce. I'm going to add hot sauce to mine's, but I don't want to add it to my husband's. So in the next scene, you know what you're going to see, the plate. So let's get into it. So we made it to the end of the video, and I want to say thank you so much for all your love and support that you continue to show through liking, commenting, and subscribing. Listen, if you did not know, you can head on over to Amazon today and go ahead and order your copy of the cookbook, and I appreciate your support. As always, continue